great-grandmother, despite everything they were facing in their marriage, they stick to them. Our grandfather, they don't misbehave. They stay no matter the suffering, no matter how they are being treated. They don't leave their marriage. They remain in their marriage. Really, uncle? In this 21st century, you want a woman like your grandmother? Of all things, when it comes to marriage, that is when you start desiring the life that your grandfathers live and your grandmothers live. The day you miss their lifestyle, you miss them because they have the opportunity to treat women like slave. That is your reason. No, sir. We are in a generation where ignorance is no longer an excuse. Nobody stays in the dark any longer. We all are now educated. We are now exposed to see that when you treat your wife badly, when you maltreat your wife, you are actually doing it wrong. No woman wants to be a slave any longer, because the word of God, which is the Bible, have instructed men to love their wife as their own self, to love them, because he's the head over them. He is meant to protect the women. So if you are missing your grandmother because of the way you want to treat your wife as a slave, and you want her to be okay, to be submissive with that slavery pattern you are using, uncle, you be ready to remain single, be ready to be divorced, because in this generation, in time like this, you need to follow the word of God. You are no longer in those barbaric era. Your grandfather that you want to emulate, they don't know Jesus. They were not exposed. They were not educated. They don't have access. If they had had access to the word of God, probably they would have been able to do better. Probably they will not treat your grandmother the way they treated them. But you have, with all the knowledge, with all the exposure you have, you want to stick to that barbaric way when it comes to marriage. You shouldn't have been one-sided. If you know you want to stick to your tradition, then go and live in the bush. Go and stay in the bush. Everything, your gadgets shouldn't be in your house. You should go and stay in the bush. Stay in old houses. You don't have to be among the civilized people. You are in a civilized world, so behave like one. The word of God made it easier for you. That you should just, all that Jesus asks from you is for you to just love your wife, to treat her as unto a weaker vessel. That is all the word of God asks from you. But you find it so difficult because the word of God did not permit you to have numerous wives like your forefather did. Because the word of God did not permit you to be harsh on them, to treat them like a slave. Then you find it bad, and then you, because of that, you now want a woman like your great grandmother, like your great grandfather. It won't work. Not in this era. Not in this era. No woman will take that from you. No woman. Women have awakened. We are not in